Tibet rests high atop the Himalayan plateau, often called the roof of the world. It's a land of wonders that draws visitors from across the globe. With its striking landscapes such as crimson snow and mystical lakes, Tibet also holds unique customs and unusual religious rituals that ignite curiosity. One intriguing tradition is that a single woman may marry multiple brothers within the same family, emphasizing strong bonds of family and community. These extraordinary stories are part of life in Tibet. Come with us as we uncover the mysteries and secrets of this enchanting land. But Tibet is more than its curious customs. It's a place full of taboos that visitors must respect to avoid bad fortune. For instance, never touch a Tibetan person's head, enter temples during menstruation, leave litter, or photograph the Potala Palace from behind. Do you dare to enter the mystical world of Tibet, where the norms you know are upended? Join us to discover 15 wonders and taboos as we unveil the secrets of this fascinating land. Number 1. Women must sleep with men before getting married. In the mysterious and captivating world of Tibet, marriage traditions differ greatly from what we might expect. Women do not wait for marriage to experience intimacy. Instead, they are encouraged to form relationships with at least 20 men before marrying. This custom is based on the belief that such experiences make a woman more appealing and prepared to be a good wife. Yet, in this remote and challenging region, finding and persuading 20 men is no easy task. Many men are already married, making casual encounters a significant challenge. Still, those women who meet this cultural expectation are often married quickly afterward. Additionally, once married, the bride is given a special medical guide. This document provides advice on managing relationships throughout the seasons, from freezing winters to hot summers. It reflects how deeply symbolic and practical Tibetan customs are. But marriage traditions in Tibet don't end there. Another surprising practice shows just how fascinating this culture can be. Number 2. Women cannot refuse a marriage proposal. In the unique and fascinating culture of Tibet, marriage traditions stand apart from those in many other parts of the world. Women's roles are closely tied to preserving family lands and ensuring continuity. Unlike in many other cultures, a bride's virginity on her wedding day is not of major importance to Tibetans. However, women often face difficult choices as they are expected to accept any marriage proposal they receive. Refusing a proposal, especially the first one, is considered shameful and highly disapproved of by the community. Because of this, many Tibetan women enter marriages they do not desire, simply to avoid social exclusion and loneliness. Yet, Tibetan women are known for their resilience and courage. They often lean on each other for support and devise bold plans to escape unwanted marriages. These daring efforts allow many women to take control of their futures and pursue their own happiness. Tibetan women are far from passive figures. They are brave fighters for their freedom and equality. Their determination makes them symbols of strength and hope, inspiring those facing control and oppression. These powerful stories of resilience and bravery continue to fascinate, from ancient times to the present day. Number 3. Polyandry. In Tibet, brothers within a family share one wife. This tradition began to keep families united and protect valuable land holdings. Here's how it works. When a woman marries the eldest son in a family, his younger brothers automatically become her husbands too. The eldest brother acts as the official husband and makes major decisions. If he passes away or isn't present, the next younger brother assumes family duties and cares for the shared wife. The youngest brother has 3 options. He can choose to become a monk, marry into another family, or wed a widow. In polyandrous families, all children call every husband father, knowing the biological father isn't important, as all share the same bloodline and work together to support the family. Tibetan polyandry reflects the strong emphasis on family and community values. However, it also sparks debate about ethics, gender roles, and its place in the modern world. In Carissa, what are your thoughts on brothers sharing one wife in Tibetan polyandry? Do you think it strengthens families or creates new challenges? Let us know in the comments. Number 4. Sky burials. Tibet has a fascinating and deeply spiritual burial tradition called sky burial or celestial burial. Instead of using graves or cremating, Tibetans bring their loved ones to high mountain peaks where their bodies are offered to vultures. This practice symbolizes helping the soul reach the afterlife. Sky burial reflects Tibetan spiritual beliefs. They see the body as an empty vessel after death, while the soul departs to another realm. Sacred vultures are thought to guide the soul to nirvana, making the ritual deeply meaningful. There are two main forms of sky burial: basic and ceremonial. Basic sky burial is common among nomads and villagers in remote areas. They take the body to a mountain, letting vultures arrive naturally. Ceremonial sky burial is more elaborate, involving lamas who chant prayers, washing and wrapping the body in white cloth, and breaking the spine for easier transport. Family members and friends join this solemn journey. On the mountaintop, the body is placed face down on a stone slab while juniper is burned to attract vultures. Every part of the body is consumed, symbolizing purification of the soul before entering eternity. The bones are later crushed, mixed with barley flour, and given to the birds as an offering of gratitude. With modernization and urbanization, sky burial is becoming less common, though it still thrives in remote areas where traditions remain strong. Preserving this practice is vital for safeguarding Tibet's cultural identity. While sky burial may seem unusual to outsiders, it's important to see it through a Tibetan lens. This tradition is their way of respecting nature and offering a heartfelt farewell to loved ones. They believe it ensures peace and liberation for the soul. This extraordinary practice demonstrates Tibetans' profound connection to nature, life, and death. Almost all of us are tuned in to the simplicity of the silent moment. Before we continue, I have a quick request. If you're enjoying this, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button. Your support means the world to us, and we promise to keep bringing you even more incredible stories. Deal? Number 5. Bathing one-year-old children in glacial rivers. On a child's first birthday, a respected woman from the village takes the baby to an icy glacial river. The child is covered only on the head and immersed in the freezing water for about 1 minute. Afterward, the baby is quickly warmed up and dressed. Locals believe that if a child can endure this freezing challenge, they are destined for a healthy and prosperous life. However, if the baby cannot survive the cold, it is seen as the will of the gods. This tradition has been a part of Tibetan culture for centuries and is viewed as a way to build resilience and improve health. However, it is highly controversial. Many people see it as cruel and extremely risky for the child's health and survival. The glacial river bath reflects the deep-rooted beliefs and values of Tibetan life, but also raises significant questions about ethics and children's rights. While this tradition focuses on the physical challenges faced by Tibetan children, the oracle tradition takes us into the mystical and spiritual world that guides the lives of many in Tibet. Stay tuned. And number 6, oracle tradition. The oracle tradition is one of the most fascinating aspects of Tibetan culture and spirituality. It has strong roots in the region's history and religious practices. In this tradition, certain individuals, often monks or lay people, are believed to channel spirits or deities. These oracles provide guidance, protection, and healing to those who seek their wisdom. For centuries, Tibetan leaders, including the Dalai Lamas, have turned to these oracles for political and spiritual advice. One of the most well-known oracles in Tibet is the Nechung oracle. It serves as the state oracle and holds a central place in Tibetan spirituality. If you're curious to dive deeper into this fascinating subject, there are some excellent sources available. Ian A. Baker's book, The Dalai Lama's Secret Temple, Tantric Wall Paintings from Tibet, offers detailed insights into the rituals and spiritual practices of Tibetan oracles. Another great resource is Sogyal Rinpoche's The Tibetan Book of Living and Dying, which provides an overview of Tibetan spiritual traditions, including the role of oracles. Number 7. Prostrations for pilgrimage. In Tibetan Buddhism, prostrations are a deeply meaningful practice. They allow practitioners to express devotion while purifying their mind, body, and speech. There are several types, including full-body prostrations, half prostrations, and symbolic gestures. The most common is the full-body prostration. This involves lying face down on the ground, stretching out the arms and legs, and rising again. Many devoted Tibetan Buddhists perform these prostrations during pilgrimages to sacred sites like Lhasa or Mount Kailash. These journeys often take several months or even years as pilgrims prostrate themselves every few steps to gain spiritual merit and cleanse their karma. Prostration is also a central part of daily spiritual practice. It helps people overcome ego, develop humility, and achieve inner peace. Each movement, touching the forehead, hands, and knees to the ground, represents a deep surrender to the teachings of the Buddha. Pilgrims often combine prostrations with circumambulation, moving around sacred sites or objects while bowing. This combination is believed to amplify spiritual benefits and bring practitioners closer to enlightenment. Number 8. Reincarnation. Tibet is a land where the belief in reincarnation is deeply ingrained in everyday life. For the Tibetan people, the Dalai Lama is regarded as the living embodiment of Avalokiteshvara, the compassionate Buddha who watches over humanity. Reincarnation is a cornerstone of Tibetan culture, and many stories tell of lamas or monks being reborn. When a lama passes away, monks begin searching for their reincarnation. They look for a child who shows signs of being the reborn lama, such as recalling specific details of the lama's life, or showing an advanced understanding of Buddhist teachings. This process is thorough and guided by clues left by the previous lama. Often the chosen child is very young, but speaks about Buddhism with the wisdom of a seasoned monk, strengthening the belief in reincarnation. One of the most famous examples is the 14th Dalai Lama, born Tenzin Gyatso. At just 4 years old, he identified belongings of the 13th Dalai Lama, convincing all that he was indeed the reincarnated Lama. Reincarnation may be a debated subject outside of Buddhism, but for Tibetans, it is a sacred truth. These stories are more than myths. They represent deep compassion and the Buddhist goal of helping all beings. Tibet's culture holds many other surprising customs. For instance, in certain regions, it is said that young women must spend a night with tourists before they can marry. This unique practice may shock outsiders, but it reveals how diverse and fascinating cultures can be. Number 9. Tree burial. Tibet is renowned for its breathtaking landscapes and fascinating traditions, but some customs can send shivers down your spine. One such tradition is tree burial. Hidden deep within forests, far from sight, you'll find old bamboo baskets or wooden crates hanging from tree branches. These are the final resting places for infants who have passed away. According to Tibetan beliefs, tree burial is the most sacred practice for children under 1 year old. Here's how it works. The baby's body is carefully prepared by smearing salt and butter on the hands, eyes, and mouth. The body is then wrapped in soft blankets or swaddling clothes and placed inside a bamboo basket or wooden crate. At an auspicious time, the family carries the basket into the forest, selects a strong, ancient tree, and hangs the basket from its branches. Interestingly, parents do not take part in this process. Tibetans believe that infant souls are pure and free of sin, since they have not been exposed to good or evil. Keeping the parents away ensures the child's soul remains untainted as it leaves this world, with the hope that the child will grow strong in their next life, like the towering trees in the forest. There are 4 types of tree burials: hanging the body from a tree, tying it to the tree, placing it on the tree, or laying it in a hollow within the tree. Hanging the body from the tree is the oldest and most widely practiced method. However, this custom has its controversies. Many consider it cruel, outdated, and harmful to the environment. Hanging children's bodies on trees can disturb tourists and negatively impact Tibet's tourism image. Number 10. Red snow. In the stunning mountains of Tibet, there's a phenomenon you won't find anywhere else: red snow. Unlike the usual white snow, these snowy fields turn a vibrant red, creating a magical and mysterious sight. This striking color is caused by algae and bacteria thriving in the snow and ice. The primary algae responsible is Chlamydomonas nivalis, a tiny organism that survives in the extreme cold of the Tibetan Plateau, where temperatures can plummet to as low as -36 degrees Celsius or -33 degrees Fahrenheit. The red hue comes from a pigment called sanguine found in their cells. For Tibetans, red snow holds a deep cultural significance. It is seen as a sign of good fortune, divine protection, and a promise of abundant harvests. This rare phenomenon brings hope and positivity to the local people, symbolizing a brighter future. Tibetan red snow is not just a breathtaking sight, it is a natural wonder that captures the interest of tourists and scientists alike. Beyond its beauty, it plays an essential role in the environment by helping regulate the climate and providing food for certain animals. But red snow is just one of Tibet's many wonders. Nearby, the sacred city of Lhasa awaits, home to the majestic and awe-inspiring Potala Palace. Number 11. The sacred city with the mysterious palace. Lhasa, the capital of the Tibet Autonomous Region, shines like a jewel on the vast Tibetan plateau. This city is not only the political and economic heart of Tibet, but also a spiritual center that attracts visitors from across the globe. The most iconic landmark in Lhasa is the Potala Palace. This grand structure, the winter residence of the Dalai Lamas for more than 13 centuries, stands majestically on the Red Mountain. With its breathtaking architecture and extensive collection of art, the Potala Palace is a true wonder. It consists of two main sections, the White Palace and the Red Palace. Together they contain over 1,000 rooms, adorned with murals, artworks, tombs, and chapels that reflect the rich history of Tibetan Buddhism. Entering the Potala Palace feels like stepping into a timeless world. The intricate murals tell the story of Buddha's life, while the grand statues and unique Tibetan Buddhist architecture leave visitors awestruck. But Lhasa offers more than just the Potala Palace. The sacred Jokang Temple, the spiritual heart of the region, draws countless pilgrims seeking prayer and peace. This temple's golden Buddha statue and serene atmosphere provide unforgettable memories for all who visit. Lhasa is also home to several other significant monasteries and temples, such as Sera Monastery, Drepung Monastery, and Ganden Monastery. Each has its own distinctive architecture and plays an important role in Tibetan culture and history. Visitors can witness Buddhist rituals, immerse themselves in the local spiritual lives, and find inner peace in these sacred spaces. Beyond its spiritual treasures, Lhasa offers breathtaking natural beauty and a glimpse into the quiet, simple lifestyle of its people. Whether walking through ancient streets, savoring delicious local dishes, or gazing at the snowy mountains, Lhasa gives visitors a profound sense of peace and tranquility. Number 12. The Forbidden Kingdom. The phrase Forbidden Kingdom often brings to mind the ancient and mystical land of Tibet, a region long veiled in mystery due to its remote location and rugged terrain. For centuries, Tibet remained largely cut off from the outside world, nestled high in the Himalayan mountains. These natural barriers deterred many travelers, allowing Tibet to cultivate a distinctive culture and identity deeply rooted in spiritual traditions. One of the most enduring symbols of Tibet's cultural and historical legacy is the Potala Palace in Lhasa. Perched on Marpo Ri Hill, this grand structure once served as the residence of the Dalai Lama and a major hub of Tibetan Buddhism. The Potala Palace is not just an architectural masterpiece, but also a profound representation of Tibet's spiritual and political history, embodying the essence of the Forbidden Kingdom. Today, Tibet faces numerous challenges. Balancing the preservation of its rich cultural and religious heritage with the pressures of modernization and political control under Chinese governance is a complex issue. On the international stage, efforts continue to address these challenges, with various organizations advocating for greater cultural preservation and autonomy for the Tibetan people. Number 13. Butter tea. Butter tea, a traditional drink that is a cultural symbol of Tibet, has a fascinating history tied to the legendary tea horse trade route. Brave traders once traversed dangerous and rugged paths to bring this precious God's water to the people of Tibet. Unlike the lush tea-growing regions, Tibet's harsh climate with altitudes above 3,000 meters, low temperatures, and minimal rainfall makes growing tea nearly impossible. Instead, the main ingredients for the iconic butter tea are transported from India, covering a distance of nearly 4,000 kilometers. The tea horse trade route was a vital link between Tibet and neighboring countries, particularly India. Along this perilous path, traders faced numerous challenges: treacherous terrain, extreme weather, snowstorms, and the constant threat of bandits. They carried horses, yaks, and local goods to exchange for tea from India, fostering trade and cultural exchange between the regions. This arduous journey made the tea horse trade route one of the most legendary in history, comparable to the famed Silk Road. It stands as a testament to the resilience and bravery of the Tibetan people and highlights the enduring connections between nations. Every cup of butter tea is more than just a drink. It symbolizes the courage, endurance, and cultural pride of Tibet. By enjoying butter tea, visitors can connect with the story of the legendary tea horse trade route, savor the unique flavors of the Tibetan plateau, and gain a deeper appreciation for the region's rich cultural heritage. Number 14. forbidden to see the gods. Mount Kailash is one of the most iconic landmarks in Tibet, revered as the center of the universe and the home of the gods. According to Tibetan beliefs, its summit is sacred and forbidden to humans. No one is allowed to set foot on its peak because it is considered the domain of the gods. Ancient Tibetan texts warn that those who attempt to climb it face dire consequences. In recent decades, however, daring climbers have tried to conquer Mount Kailash. They face numerous challenges: sudden weather changes, treacherous terrain, and strange, unexplained phenomena. Many have perished or been forced to turn back as they approach the summit. One of the most eerie stories involves American climbers in their 30s who reportedly aged overnight while on Mount Kailash. Their nails grew abnormally long, their hair turned white, and their bodies weakened, as if years had passed in a single night. Science has no explanation for this rapid aging, but locals believe the mountain is protected by powerful supernatural forces that can manipulate time and reality. Many who approach Mount Kailash report feeling a strong, mysterious energy and having profound mystical experiences. While modern science does not recognize these spiritual events, the mysteries of Mount Kailash continue to captivate and puzzle people worldwide. But what if I told you that another remarkable creature, deeply tied to Tibetan culture, plays an essential role in daily life and embodies strength and resilience? Stay tuned. Number 15. The symbol of strength and endurance. On the beautiful Tibetan plateau where snowy mountains rise into the sky, you'll see majestic yaks grazing peacefully. These yaks are more than just animals. They are a proud symbol of Tibet and an essential part of daily life for its people. Yaks are large, often standing 6 feet tall and weighing nearly 2,000 pounds. They are the giants of the plateau, with thick fur and strong hooves that allow them to thrive in Tibet's harsh climate and rugged terrain. Due to their incredible strength, yaks are like trucks for the locals, hauling goods across treacherous paths and supporting the economy. But yaks provide much more. Their meat is highly nutritious, and their creamy milk is used to make butter, tea, yogurt, and other traditional foods. Yak wool, soft and warm, is perfect for making fabrics, carpets, and tents. Even their bones and horns are crafted into tools and jewelry, showcasing the creativity of the Tibetan people. Yaks also hold deep spiritual significance for Tibetans. They symbolize strength, endurance, and resilience in tough times. You'll find images of yaks featured in Tibetan festivals, rituals, and art, reflecting the profound respect and admiration Tibetans have for these remarkable animals. Number 16. Freshwater Source. Tibet is renowned for its breathtaking beauty and its crucial role in protecting the environment. This unique region provides fresh water to nearly half of the world's population. Often referred to as the third pole of the Earth, Tibet holds vast reserves of fresh water, second only to the Arctic and Antarctic. These resources sustain billions of lives. Tibet's waters feed some of Asia's most important rivers, including the Brahmaputra, Ganges, Indus, Mekong, Salween, and Yangtze rivers. These rivers flow through several countries, supplying fresh water for farming, industry, and daily life to over 2 billion people, nearly 47% of the global population. Namso Lake, Yamdrok Lake, and the Lhasa River are among Tibet's most famous freshwater sources. These bodies of water not only provide for local communities, but also play a critical role in regulating the climate both in Tibet and across the globe. This is why Tibet is often called Asia's water tower. Protecting Tibet's water is essential for the future. Keeping these waters clean and using them responsibly is a task that affects everyone worldwide. By preserving these resources, we ensure they remain available for future generations. Number 17. Superpowers. Tibet captivates visitors with its rugged beauty, mystery, and rich culture. One of the most fascinating aspects of Tibet is the red skin of its people and their extraordinary abilities. While some mistakenly think Tibetans are related to Native Americans, this is not true. Their red skin is an adaptation to Tibet's harsh high-altitude environment, with ultraviolet rays being especially strong at altitudes above 3,000 meters. Tibetans produce more melanin to protect their skin from UV damage, giving them a darker complexion than average. Beyond their unique skin color, Tibetans possess remarkable abilities, often described as superpowers. Their exceptional skill to live and thrive at high altitudes is a perfect example. Living at an average elevation of over 4,000 meters, their bodies have evolved to efficiently process oxygen in low oxygen conditions. Scientific studies reveal that Tibetans carry unique genes inherited from the Denisovans, an ancient and extinct branch of humanity. These genes give them resistance to diseases, the ability to adapt to extreme environments, and impressive physical strength. One key gene is endothelial 1, which enhances oxygen circulation in the blood. This gene enables Tibetans to perform physical activities at high altitudes, where others struggle due to a lack of oxygen. Number 18. Clues to tourists. Tibet, often called the roof of the world, has long fascinated travelers from around the globe. But visiting this remote land is no easy feat. In the past, Tibet was completely closed to outsiders, and it wasn't until the year 1980 that the region opened its doors to tourists. Even today, traveling to Tibet involves strict rules. Tourists can only explore through guided tours and are not permitted to roam freely across the land. Tibet is a treasure trove of cultural and spiritual heritage, as well as historical mysteries, which local leaders strive to protect. As the birthplace of Buddhism, it is home to ancient customs and sacred places that remain off-limits to visitors. When traveling to Tibet, it's essential to follow the rules and listen carefully to your guide. Straying into restricted areas can lead to serious consequences. Respecting the culture and laws of Tibet is key to enjoying a safe and enriching journey. But among Tibet's many wonders, one feature truly captures the imagination of travelers: its mysterious lakes. Number 19. Mysterious lakes. SRC number 21, a massive body of water that is larger than 200 miles across its continents. Lamo Lotso, often called the Holy Goddess Lake, is one of the most sacred places in Tibet. Located in Gyaka County of Sedang, this lake is perched high in the mountains at an altitude of about 5,000 meters above sea level. Though small in size, Lamo Lotso holds immense religious significance in Tibetan Buddhism. It is believed to have magical powers capable of revealing the reincarnation of the living Buddha. Pilgrims flock to this holy site, hoping to glimpse visions of their past and future lives on the lake's reflective surface. Reaching the lake is no easy feat, however. The journey from Lhasa typically takes around 8 hours, followed by a steep climb to find the best vantage point. Another fascinating lake in Tibet is Lanagd So, also known as Rakshas Tal or the Ghost Lake. Situated near the sacred Lake Manasarovar and Mount Kailash, Lanagd So is a stark contrast to its neighbor. While Manasarovar is known for its holy fresh water, Lanagd So is filled with dark, salty waters and lacks plant or animal life, leading many to view it as cursed. According to Hindu mythology, the demon king Ravana created Lanagd So to gain superpowers through his devotion to Lord Shiva. The salty, undrinkable waters of Rakshastal serve as a powerful symbol of the contrast between purity and darkness. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love this content. Comment below about the next country you want to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Thanks for joining us. Leave a comment, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting videos. See you in the next video.